DIxon, speech number 3, the informative speech. Success is a peace of mind which is a direct result of self-satisfaction. It is knowing you did your best to become the best you are capable of becoming. This is John Wooden's definition of success. John Wooden was a very influential person who lived a simple life, accomplished great things in basketball history, and developed a model to help people reach the highest level of success in every aspect of life. Being from Indiana, my family loves John Wooden. We probably have most of his books in our house. We don't love him just for his books, though. It's great to see such a powerful person in basketball who is a strong Christian that came from Indiana, and they don't suffer from anger management problems like Bobby Knight. I believe he is a great person to look up to. Also, my volleyball coach loves John Wooden as well. Before every match, he comes to the locker room and reads us parts of his books, and we also have a John Wooden devotion time. John Wooden's family is like many typical Indiana families. They had a small farm and enjoyed the great pastime of Indiana basketball. He grew up in a small town called Centertown, Indiana. The town had a population of only 86 people. In Centertown, his family owned a small farm. The Wooden family was faced with hard times, and the farm did not last very long. Before long, it went bankrupt and they lost the farm and had to leave. They then moved to Martinsville, Indiana, a town that takes pride in high school basketball. Since Wooden was a child, he was very athletic and talented in basketball. At Martinsville, he soon became a star player and helped lead the team to compete for the state title 3 years in a row. Out of those 3 years, he helped them win 2 state titles. After high school, John attended Purdue University and played basketball under the coaching of Coach Piggy Lambert. According to the official website of John Wooden, he looked up to Coach Lambert because he loved his fetish for details. When it was John Wooden's time to coach, he loved details as well. When he coached, he would take his team before the first practice of the season, sit them down, and show them how to properly put on their shoes and socks to make sure they did not have any blisters. At Purdue, John Wooden stood out when playing on the court. He was a fearless player and left everything he had on the court. He also helped lead the Boilermakers to a national championship and 2 Big Ten championships. He then graduated from Purdue and went on to play in the NBL, which is the National Basketball League, for a few years. He was offered the chance to play with the Celtics, but he turned it down so he could start living his life. Not only was John Wooden an outstanding player, he was also an outstanding coach. John Wooden had a passion for both teaching and coaching. It was with coaching, with basketball, that he made his debut. According to the Academy of Achievement, John Wooden became Coach Wooden at Dayton High School in Kentucky. It was there that he made his coaching debut. At Dayton, Coach Wooden received his one and only losing record. As a player, he never experienced a losing record either. After 2 years at Dayton, he accepted a teaching and coaching job up at South Bend Central High School in Indiana. At South Bend Central, he coached for 9 years. In 9 years of coaching high school basketball, Coach Wooden ended up with a record of 218 wins and only 42 losses. Coach Wooden decided he wanted to step it up and coach at a higher level. He was offered a coaching job at Indiana State University, which was formerly Indiana Teachers College. At ISU, he helped lead them to their conference title. After 2 years at ISU, Wooden accepted the basketball head coach position at UCLA. When Coach Wooden accepted this position, UCLA was considered the weakest program in the Pac-8 conference. He quickly changed that. UCLA is where Coach Wooden earned many different awards and championships. As stated on the official website for John Wooden, at UCLA, some of his accomplishments are 10 NCAA championships, 7 which were in consecutive years. He has the most appearances in the Final Four, most consecutive victories, 38 straight wins in the NCAA tournament play, 8 undefeated seasons in the Pac-8 conference, which is now the Pac-10. His all-time winning percentage was .813 in 40 seasons of coaching. He was also the first person to be inducted in the Basketball Hall of Fame for being both a player and a coach. And these are just a few. I would go on and tell you about everything that he has accomplished and everything he has done, but that would take me way over my time limit. There are now many different awards, buildings, tournaments, just a lot of things that are named in honor and memory of John Wooden. These may seem great, like sound outstanding, but to John Wooden, they were just okay with him. He was a very humble man, and he didn't like to be showy or anything. There's this picture of John Wooden, and has all of his championship trophies that he has been a part of, and it took a lot of twisting his arm to really get him to take the picture. In order for his players to reach the highest level of success and to help him receive so many honors, Coach Wooden introduced his players to the Pyramid of Success. As stated in his book titled Coach Wooden's Pyramid of Success, it is a visual definition of what success is to John Wooden and what it takes to achieve success. This right here is the Pyramid of Success. It's actually very simple to understand. It has a foundation and it builds onto it to achieve competitive greatness, and that is what success means to him. To just achieve all you can do. At the top of the pyramid is competitive greatness, and in order to achieve this, you must have confidence and poise, and then in order to achieve this, condition, skill, team spirit, and in order to have that is self-control, alertness, initiative, and intentness. And the foundation for all of this is industriousness, friendship, loyalty, cooperation, and enthusiasm. None of this can be achieved unless you have the help of patience and faith to guide you through your journey to success. The Pyramid of Success is one of many inspirational ideas from John Wooden. He has published a number of books, and many have been top sellers. From his small-town life to becoming one of the greatest coaches ever and being such an influential man to many people, John Wooden lived a great life. Coach Wooden was a humble man and simple life, like I said earlier. John Wooden passed away about a month ago, however, his legendary coaching and inspirational ways of thinking will always live on.